Okay. So hello guys. I hope that a few of you have joined the session. So just for helping me understand, if you can just tell me if you're able to, you know, so there would be an option called chat. If you can hear me, just say hi over the chat if possible. So I can see Aditya, Ankit, Bidisha, Bhupalan, Ganesh, Sumit, Sharmila, and Tanmay, Priyanka already there. So just give me like a couple of minutes. I hope you can also see my screen. Can you just respond with yes, we can see your screen at the same time? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Ankit. Thank you, Sharmila. So many yeses. So just give me like a couple of minutes, and I'm just waiting for other people to, join the session, and then we'll start. So, okay, as of now, we have good amount of people, and still a lot of people are joining. If you have any questions, in the meantime, you can ask on the chat. This is a basic introduction session that we are taking. We'll not be teaching you anything in this session. So this is like a 20-25 minute session wherein I will try to answer all of your doubts before the course starts, and will also explain you how would the course function and what are the benefits that you are going to get. Right. So if you have any questions, you can text them over the chat channel, and I can pick them up in the meantime. Right. Still, I can see a lot of people joining. So I'll just wait for like one more minute, and then we'll start. Okay. Okay. Sure. So let's then begin. Just give me one moment. Okay, so there are a few things that I wanted to talk about first before starting of the course. So first, we have given you a lot of accesses of different exams like there's CoCubes, there's eLitmus, there's Cognizant, etc., etc. And recently also we've given you access for Capgemini, right? And so a lot of people are making the mistake that they are not logging in on the website. So you have to go onto the website and then log in. So that is when we will be able to understand that okay, that you are this particular person, and if you have not logged in, you will not be able to access the course. So make sure that you have logged in onto the website if you are trying to access any of the pre-existing courses. Even for the placement cell, all the assignments and everything that we will give you, you will have to log in onto the website to check all of those courses, right? The next thing is, make sure that you are only logging in via your PPC email ID. So your PPC email ID would look something like, and there are like a lot of benefits for PPC email ID, 20 PPC, and probably like 0001 or something like that, right? Because first, we will be giving you accesses for all the online classes over that particular PPC email ID. Second thing is, like how it happened with Capgemini also, right? We referred you directly to Capgemini using your PPC email ID, and a lot of people had applied via their personal email ID, and then we had to refer you again. So even if you are applying to any particular company on your own, it may also happen that that particular company is already a partner company, right? And that partner company may give benefit, or may give a little how do I say, preference to people who are Prepinsta placement cell students. So make sure that you always apply using your Prepinsta email ID, and it will help us track everything. It will help us focus everything better, right? So benefits are, again, if even if we've not referred you, even if we've not asked you, maybe like with Capgemini, it so happened that people applied 2 days before, then we started referring. So, for the people whom we were not able to refer their personal email IDs, they probably did not get referred. We've anyways emailed them regarding these issues, but they cannot promise that, okay, were they successfully referred or not. So always apply using PPC email ID. There is also one more company that we are going to refer you today. Probably Manish will also speak about it later in the evening, and I will also speak about it later in the evening. So we'll tell you more about it. So even before starting of the course, we have started to refer you. Okay. So just to explain you how the course structure would go by, and this is very important. And with all my learning in the business or in the industry from our last few years is, a lot of people do this thing, that they are probably from EC background, let's say, and or even they are from CSE or IT or any other company, or any other branch, right? So what a lot of them do is they start learning, let's say, data science, and or probably machine learning or web development, and etc., and spend humongous amount of money. Let they pay 20-30,000 for such courses, with an objective of getting placed. However, in my honest opinion, these courses are not going to help you get placed at all. Matlab, there are scenarios wherein yes they help, but they alone cannot help. Let me give you an example. So let us say, let me take TCS example itself, right? So if you go for TCS interview, and if you do not know, or if you do not know how to clear the written round, the aptitude section or the coding written round or anything, and you know data science, and you know HTML, CSS or React, what's the point? You are not able to go to the interviews itself, and then you are trying to and you're not able to demonstrate your skills in data science or machine learning, etc. So everything should be sequentially. So when I was in my college, so I had gotten offers from 8 different companies. If I tell you, I was working in Google eventually, but the other companies that I had offers were Instamojo was one, and then there was Credar, then there was TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Cognizant, and one more that I forgot. So it was one of the service based company, right? My basic strategy was, the first 1 month I only prepared aptitude, but and I did not even care about learning, data structures or coding, anything and everything. I just made sure that I know aptitude, and in future will make sure that I always clear my written round exams, right? Because if I am confident in my aptitude, if every exam that I am attending in my college, there are like 400 500 companies that are visiting, so I am from VIT Vellore, approximately 500 companies visit on campus, right? uh, so every day there are like 3-4 companies visiting campus, my campus. So I was making sure that I always clear the written round, and then once I was clearing written round successfully, then I started preparing from the for the interview. And that was also, I did not learn machine learning or cloud or etc. I just learned basics of them so that I can talk about them in the interview. So let's say, what is TCS is going to expect from you? TCS is going to expect that you have strong programming skills, that the logical skills that you have to write a program. If you are given a problem for any client of TCS, your programming skills are amazing. You can write efficient codes. You can write codes with lesser time complexity, and right, they will not expect you to learn machine learning or artificial intelligence. Anyways, they are going to assign technology to you randomly. But then again, if you know artificial intelligence, machine learning, it is a good to have skills, because yes, they will understand, okay, you know some advanced technologies, which is good, that you always try to self skills or learn things on your own, so which would be better. But the main objective here, what we will try to establish in the course, is first making sure that every company that we refer you to, you clear the aptitude round 100% always, right? And then second part would be, since so we'll also teach you programming theory. So programming theory is also the part of the aptitude round, because in a lot of companies MCQs are asked. Then we will focus upon coding, and also coding very focused upon clearing the aptitude round coding. wherein you will get a program like the online test coding, and then we will focus upon coding for the interviews. Um and then a lot of I will also talk about this mock interviews later, and then almost a lot of mock interviews will happen for you on a weekly basis, that will help you understand what are your strong points and weak points, right? And then finally we will work upon your advanced structures, or advanced technology skills. So I hope that all of you would be happy with this plan. Can you just tell me with yes or no if this works or not? So we'll teach you everything in a sequential manner. So you will also see progress, because if we teach you advanced programming first and then not aptitude, in that case, it's not be beneficial for you, because you will waste 3-4 months of your time and then you will not get placed, right? Also, just trust Prep Insta, because we will only be benefited if you get placed. And in the coming 3 months, you will see that we would be spending a humongous amount of time on you, humongous cost also on you. We spend thousands and thousands of rupees on a particular student in terms of various things like hiring HRs, interviews, mock interviews, then teachers, and then collaboration with different companies altogether, etc., etc. So yes, a lot of people are also asking that do we get referred to product based companies also? Yes, it depends upon your performance. It depends upon the mock interviews that are going to happen. So I'll also explain you everything, right? But as soon as openings happen in product based companies, we would be referring you in that. But then again, service based companies would be a little better right now, because I'm telling from a personal experience that in terms of the startup culture, wherein most startups are or most product based companies are startups these days are not doing well, because they are not able to raise funding. It just happened with one of my friend a month earlier. He joined at a package of 10 lakh rupees, and within 2 months he was fired, not because he was not doing good, but because the company did not have any money to survive or to pay their employees. So I would recommend for any person starting career, join a stable company, and then do work there for about 2 years, and then do certification courses from various different websites, and then you will get a higher package. So well, that is what I recommend. But then again, we will be referring you to different companies, so you don't have to worry about it, right? uh, uh, People who are saying that you did not get a confirmation email from Capgemini, so Capgemini may take a little more time. Earlier, the last day to apply was 14th of February, which was, I think, yesterday. Now the date has been extended to 16th of February. I think we spoke with Capgemini like a couple of days ago. And then they had promised that, okay, we will increase the date to 16th, but I'm not sure if that happened or not. Uh, Okay. So the next thing is, if any particular company is visiting your college on campus, or if you just so happen to apply off campus also, make sure that you schedule your mock interviews with us. Definitely, you have to schedule uh, for mock interviews, because in that case, if we are giving you mock interviews, we do not know when your interviews are happening, right? So you have to tell us so that we can have your mock interviews also, right? So Capgemini, again, a lot of for the people who have not applied yet, apply again. The access issue. So let me just share my. So there's an application called Slack. Uh, there's a channel on Slack called Access Issues. Just make sure that you drop your email ID there, and if you do not have any access, then you can always ask us for the access of the same. The next thing is ISA agreement has been sent to you via email, right? So there are a few steps. So I think for some students the ISA has already been sent. For some students, it will be sent on Monday or Tuesday. It is very important for you to sign the ISA, because if you do not sign the ISA further, you may not be able to attend the future classes onwards, right? So in the email, everything is mentioned. There's an agreement form also. You just have to, take a printout of it, sign on every page, and then give it back to us by scanning it via cam scanner or general printer scanner. Just give it back to us and directly send it via email. The second thing is video ISA also. A video format also we've sent you, wherein you just simply say that, okay, I am so I've joined Prep Insta Placement Cell, I've read the terms and conditions, and I'm very happy to join Prep Insta Placement Cell. So that is all. The ISA agreement has been sent on both personal email ID and Prep Insta PPC email ID, both of them. So I think, Ayush, you have not received it. Maybe you can just check. Maybe we'll send you on Monday or Tuesday. Okay. Perfect. The next thing is we are going to. So Bhargav, what do you want me to tell you about Capgemini? And Ankit, what last date about what? So also ZS. Yeah, so we are going to refer you to ZS Associates. ZS Associates is a data science company. So mostly we will be referring you there by Monday or by today. It depends upon the team that when will they send the information. Right now, the referring process is going on. Once that is completed, then we'll send you the link of the same. Right. So I hope that ZS, is anybody interested in working in ZS? So, we would understand that which kind of companies should we, get you onboarded on. Right. So that was what I was talking about. So all of them who have not received the ISA, do not worry, you will get it by Monday or Tuesday. So don't, Bhargav, I'll explain you, no problem. So the next thing is advanced courses. We probably after a month of the course, we are going to give you an option for joining advanced course, and it also depends upon your performance. So trust me. So for example, there's a person, let's say Shadab is there, and I'm not saying exactly Shadab, or let's say it's not Shadab, let's say Rahul is some person with Prep Insta Placement Cell, right? He joined Prep Insta Placement Cell for about 3 months. After 2 months, we realized that Rahul will not clear interviews of Amazon or Zoho or such product based companies. But so we will not refer Rahul to all of these companies, because we know for a fact, because last year 1000 people got placed via Prep Insta Placement Cell. So we have all of this capability data with us. We know that Rahul will not clear the interview. Rahul will end up wasting time and money. Rather, we will refer Rahul to a company like, let's say, Mindtree, right? Because he deserves that much. So it depends upon you and your performance, and we will try to max out both of them, because obviously if you earn more, right, we earn more. But we don't want to waste your time or even our time, and more importantly, the company's time. So for example, if Amazon is partnered with Prep Insta, right, they are only, let's, for example, if they are partnered with us, so they are only partnered because we help them reduce their cost of hiring, right? If say, for example, if they take 200 interviews all over India to select 10 people, right? And with Prep Insta Placement Cell, if they take 20 interviews to select 10 people, obviously they will keep on going with Prep Insta Placement Cell, because in that case, the number of interviews that they have to take is less. They can do it remotely via Skype and all of that, right? So in that case, we will not refer people whom we think that you will not clear the interview, right? We may refer in very rare cases, but then mostly it's not going to happen, right? So advanced courses are something that we are going to give you an option for. So most probably it depends upon what people want to learn, but we've decided 3 courses till now. The first one would be artificial intelligence / machine learning, right? The second one would be your data science, and the third one would be mean stack web development. So because we don't want to focus much upon this, so let me give you an example. If you have 1 hour interview with Amazon, okay, No, you don't need to pay separately for that. If you, let's say, have 1 hour interview with Amazon, approximately, not exactly 1 hour. It's Amazon interview is approximately 2 hours. In terms of there are two interviews. So in terms of that 2 hours, approximately 85% of your time is going to be taken by the interview for your coding skills, right? And coding skills like, basic C++, Java, or whichever languages that algorithm design, and then data structures, let's say. And I will also give examples for people who are not from CS and IT, right? And then next 10% of the time is going to be given for puzzles, and that is definite. So we will also take one example on puzzles. Most of the companies ask puzzles, right? And then the rest 5% time would be taken upon, divided upon basic HR, and if you know data science or machine learning, etc., etc. Right. So what we will be doing is all of the aptitude, all of the coding and everything would go live. For these advanced courses, we will provide approximately 20-25 hours of recorded lectures that you can learn from yourself, right? And which would be highly beneficial for us, for you also, to save time also, and for us also. The next thing that I want to take an example of, let me take an example of TCS. Because we are in some kind of association with TCS. So let me just take an example of TCS there. Uh, so TCS interview is generally 25 minutes. Okay. Out of those 25 minutes, approximately 15 minutes is going to be spent upon coding, and 5 minutes is going to be spent upon HR. Not exactly 15, let's say 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. And then 5 to 10 minutes are going to be spent upon your advanced technologies, like digital skills, like data science or machine learning or artificial intelligence or image processing, etc., etc. And they do not want you to know how to code. They just want you to know what are the basics of it. Do you understand the digital technologies or not? So only in TCS it happens. If you take example for other service based companies, uh, like Cognizant or Mindtree or Wipro, they do not want you to know digital technologies. Maybe it depends on the interviewer if he so happens to ask, but majorly they will want strong programmer, and that is what we are trying. That is what we will try to make sure that with this course that you become a strong programmer, right? And then it also depends. So for a lot of people, what we'll be doing is we will be giving you the course will start from very basics, right? So Manish will be taking today a lectures, and that would be very interesting lectures. I will be taking a lecture today on programming theory, which would be on input output pseudocode, and data types, right? And we will focus more upon a little Capgemini hiring also at the same time. So let's say 25% of the lecture would be focused upon Capgemini hiring, right? So at the same time, we'll take care of everything. If any particular company is going, we will take care of it, so you don't have to worry about it. Assignments are very important, because first of all, the course will start from very basics. We do not know what is your level, maybe if you're good or bad, and a lot of people tend to ignore the basics, and you will understand from the today's lecture that I'm going to take. My questions are going to be very basic, but even the smartest of the people are going to make mistakes in them, and then people crib by that, okay, I know coding, I know programming, but I am not able to clear the written round. And you will understand why you're not able to clear the written round by attending today's 7 p.m. lecture that I will be taking today, right? So assignments are important. You have to complete all the assignments, because if so, we will not judge you based upon the assignments. As we will just check, okay, if you are completing the assignments, and then we should give you performance tests. If you are not completing assignments, then performance test will not be given to you. Performance test will be given to you in every 21 days, approximately, more or less. But assignment, so if Manish is taking some lecture on a topic of aptitude, you will be given, let's say, 30-35 questions of that particular lecture. If I, for my example, if I am taking coding, even if whatever I am teaching, every week I will give you 6 to 7 coding questions starting from the basics, which I will not be teaching at all, but I want you to learn them on your own by going on Google. You have to submit those code back to us. You can also copy paste from Google, but it defeats the purpose, because if you do that, you're fooling yourself. You're not fooling us, right? I want you to learn the basics. You can refer the internet to understand the level of code, or to understand the logic of code, and then write your own program. And apart from that, I will also be taking lectures at the same time, right? Okay, so how many classes are going to be conducted in a week? So mostly we will be conducting 4 hours of lectures on Saturday, 4 hours of lectures on Sunday, and then based upon if a particular company that we've referred you, sometimes 2 hours lectures could be taken on 2 days in the week. So let's say Saturday, Sunday 4 hours lectures, maybe Wednesday and Thursday 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. 2 hours lectures, but that depends. It is not it is not like happening every day, because you have to complete your assignments. If we take lectures every day, you will not be able to find time to complete the assignments will take at least every week you have to spend at least 7 to 8 hours to complete the assignments minimum. So yeah, you can Ankit, you can watch this video later also. And for the people who have college, first of all, the tool that we are using also tells us that, okay, that if you have attended the lecture or not, how many minutes have you attended the lecture. So there is some percentage distribution also, that okay, people who have not attended the 75% of the lectures, we are not going to refer them, and we will kick them out of the course. Maybe could be happening, I'm not sure. It depends upon the operational team. Maybe it depends upon Aman and Ashish, if you know them, right? And for the people who miss on genuine reason, we will provide the link for you to watch the recorded session. If you have semester exam, in that case you can always contact us. We will provide you, genuine reasons are always appreciated, but the course is for you to learn. The course is for you to get placed. We will work very hard to get you placed, and we are expecting the same thing from your end. To be honest, let me tell you one thing is, uh, I mostly chilled out in college for approximately three years of my life, but then I only studied for 3 months, but I studied very dedicatedly, and in that case I got the highest package all over India in the same uh, in that particular year, and most number of offers from my college also. So just understand that, okay, you've prepared well for IIT, and I assume, let's say, a lot of people wanted to prepare for IITs, and they would study for hours and hours. Why can't you do the same for about a couple of months, and then land a good job, right? We will do everything that we can to refer you, or to help you get placed, or to teach you, to give you proper assignment, proper structured course, right? So I am open to questions now if you have any, because Manish will also be taking a lecture at 11. So I also want you to have some time in between, so you can eat something and then attend the lecture. Also make sure that all of you have pen and paper whenever you are attending any lecture. I'm not okay. Sayan is saying I'm not good in aptitude but have good programming sense. What can I expect? So, Sayan, attend today's Manish lecture. You will be amazed. Sir, I have college. Okay. I haven't gotten access to Slack. Debanjan, so please contact Adil, Abhishek, or Raghav, or Aman, or Ashish, any of the person who is in touch with you, and they will help you. Right. Worst case scenario is, we would be connected via some WhatsApp or email. Just send it to us. Just communicate it to us. Okay. Yeah. So Shadab, if your Capgemini drive is on 25th, 26th, 27th, we are going to teach you for that. Don't worry about it. Additionally, also we have provided recorded lectures of Capgemini. So you can if you attend all the live lectures, you obviously will prepare for Capgemini at the same time. But recorded lectures are also provided to you if you want to fast track the process. Yes, you can watch lectures if you miss them, but there's a certain percentage of attendance that you need to maintain. So yes, Slack is an internal app like WhatsApp that we use for Prep Insta Placement Cell students. So just download Slack. Okay, Priyanka is saying she's from triple E background and she's not good in coding. That is what we will be starting the course from very basic. So don't worry about it. What are the tentative dates of Cape Gemini? So it would be next month mostly for all the other people. Um yeah. So sort of about competitive programming, we will start the course from very basics, and then based upon assignments, we will be giving you a structured format of how to learn competitive programming. Don't worry about it. It will be communicated on Shadab. Link of recorded session will be given to you on website. You will also be getting on website. We will give you a link wherein you can find everything, all the assignments, all the lectures, everything. Second, we will also send on WhatsApp and Slack. Okay. Yes, Ayush, we will keep on referring you. So even if you get placed in Capgemini, right, we will still be referring you to other companies which pay highly. So don't worry, it's not like your college placement wherein if you get placed in one company and then we will not be referring you, right? Uh, no, make sure that everywhere that you are logging in on Prepinsta website or Slack or wherever you are only logging in with your Prepinsta PPC email ID. um, Bhargav, we will try to check. Maybe next week we will take evening classes only, no morning classes. Okay, okay, okay. So one more important thing is, okay. So Rakesh, if your Capgemini drive is very soon, in that case, just take the access of Capgemini and make sure that you prepare well from that. Pseudocode is very important in that. Right. So also one more important thing is uh, since uh, since most of the input output questions in the written round or mostly written round questions, input output questions are based in C or maybe C++ in terms of this, right? So most of my lectures in terms of concept would be based upon C and C++, but codes will be provided to you in all the languages. So you don't have to worry about it. But the concept I will be, like algorithm I will be using for C, because most of the questions in even Capgemini, they will be asking from C. Sort of, so it depends. If there are any mechanical companies also, we will also be referring you, so don't worry about it. Will there be mock interviews during? Yes. So Harshad, mock interviews will be there. You have to talk to us about conducting a mock interview, and then we will schedule your mock interviews within 24 hours. So you have to speak with us. Capgemini key topics. Let me teach. When I teach, we will be explaining about Capgemini and other topics. Right. So don't worry. Don't ask questions about learning. If you have questions about the doubts of the course, that we'll use. C++ also we'll tell. Don't worry. uh, Prerequisite is basically just make sure that all of you know how to execute switch, do while, for, and all of these basic loops, right? Tushar, we will provide to you, don't worry about it. Okay, so guys, there are like so many questions. Mostly we will answer all of your questions slowly. Every second I am getting like 20-30 questions, so it's very difficult for me to answer all of those. Manish will be starting the lecture from 11. You can ask some questions from him also, and then later on when I will be taking the lecture at 7, and we will be referring you, we will be answering all of your doubts there itself, right? So ZS, we are going to refer you. Probably you will get it today, tomorrow, or on Monday, so don't worry about it. Yeah, English also. So tomorrow English class would be there, Usha, so don't worry, everything would be taken in this course. You all just make sure that you're completing all the assignments and attending all the lectures. So ZS also, no data science. You don't need to know data science and all of that. Guess estimates is something that you should know. Basic level of SQL is something that you should know, and we will take care of it. Don't worry about it. Okay. Okay, so guys, basically I'm just closing this lecture. Have breakfast if you haven't had it already. Manish will start. ZS package is 8 lakhs. Uh, It depends upon profile also, and also I think not all of them are eligible. Only CSIT, EC and triple E are eligible for that. So it depends, you know. Okay, so thanks guys. I'm just closing this session, and if you have any questions you can always ask us. Okay. Okay, thank you all, thank you. So ZS is, I think, 2018 and 2019 batch, not 2020. 2020 will come later and then we will refer you. Okay, don't worry about it.